Hello everyone. Welcome to worship number 3 at Miss Laura's house. And here we are thinking maybe kitties will come say hi again. You just never know. Anyway, let's get ready to be with the Lord and have some special time with Him, because that's one of the most special things we can do, is spend time with the Lord. So, here we go. The Lord is in His holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before Him. And let's actually sing a song and then do the Lord's Prayer. The song I want to sing today is called This Is the Day. So it's a good clapping song. If you want to clap along, you can. Of course, you can sing too. It starts out, This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. And now it's time for the Lord's Prayer. And today I thought it would be nice to sing the Lord's Prayer, to sing and to do those motions that we like to do so much. So, if you're ready, let's get started singing to the Lord His prayer. Our Father, you are in the heavens, hallowed, hallowed, holy, holy is your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as it is in heaven, so upon the earth. Please give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine the kingdom and the power and the glory. Amen. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. All right. Well, let's get started. Here we are, the Lord's Word. I've got my copy here, and then also my reading copy here, and some nice decorations for us, including a little rooster. You're going to see more of him later. All right, well, let's remember what we had gotten up to. Things were not going easily for the Lord right now. It was something He knew for a long, long time was going to happen, but still, these bad things happening, these hard things are just so hard for Him. He's God, but He also feels like a person, just like you and me, and wants to get through that just like anyone else, if He can. Of course, we know He can, but there were times when He doubted it. Well, right now, I wonder if you can see my kitty. I wonder if you can see me. Well, Juniper, are you blocking the camera, honey? Well, I'm going to keep going. And let's hope for the best. All right. Jesus has been arrested by the high priest and the scribes and Pharisees and the Roman soldiers and Judas, his disciple, who told the scribes and Pharisees where to find Him at night. And He let it happen. Remember, the disciples had promised, we will die with you if we have to. And then what did they do when they saw He wasn't going to fight? They ran away and they left Him alone. Now, you might remember I said one disciple thought better of it afterwards. He wasn't quite brave enough to try to go save Jesus, but he did at least want to see what was happening, and that was Peter. So he turned around and he followed the crowd at a distance, it says, because he didn't want to get caught. He knew that as a friend of Jesus, he might be in trouble too. But the word says he followed at a distance to see what would happen. Now, the place they're taking Jesus is called the house of the high priest. His name is Caiaphas, and he's a big, important guy, and he's allowed to decide all sorts of things. So, they're going to bring him to Caiaphas, and then decide there what they will tell the Romans, who are really truly in charge. We've got the Romans and the scribes and Pharisees. Oh, we mustn't forget about the Romans. There's the king also. But mostly we just hear about the Roman soldiers and the scribes and Pharisees. And the head scribe and Pharisees, and this is Caiaphas, he and his buddies get to decide what they're going to tell the Romans so that the Romans will want to kill Jesus. Here's a secret. They're not allowed to do that kind of thing at night. The Roman rules say that they can do it in the daytime. They can have what's called a trial, but not at night. Now, this is at night. They're breaking the rules, but they're so eager to get Jesus killed that they're willing to maybe get in trouble for this. They're having this trial at night. So sneaky. You can feel how strong the evil spirits are getting. So, Peter is sitting outside the house of Caiaphas, and he's going to wait and see if he can hear anything about what is happening to Jesus. Now, as he sat outside in the courtyard, a servant girl came to him and said, "You were with Jesus of Galilee." But he denied it. That means he said, no, that's not true. That's a lie. It's totally not true. I was not with Jesus. I do not know what you are saying. You can tell Peter's scared. He wants to find out what's happening with Jesus, but he doesn't want anyone to actually know he's a friend of Jesus, because then he might get in trouble too. So as soon as someone says, "You were with Jesus," he says, no, not me. So he got up. He went to another place in the yard and he sat down. And the word says, another girl saw him and spoke to those who were standing there and said, "This fellow also was with Jesus of Nazareth. He was with him. I know he was." Again, Peter denied it with an oath. That means he was swearing this time. He might have been saying some swear words, and he was also promising, which of course is not true. "I do not know Jesus. No, never." And he got up and moved to another place. He's trying to get away from these people who were following him and saying, "You were with Jesus, we know." After a while, those who stood by came to Peter and said to him, "Surely," that means for sure, "you are also one of them," meaning you're one of those 12 disciples who were friends of Jesus, because your speech betrays you. It gives you away, meaning you sound like one of those guys who came from up north, from Galilee, with Jesus, because, everyone sounds a little bit different according to what place they come from, what country, what part of the country. Just the way we talk, all of us, sounds like the people who talk in the place where we came from. And Peter, too, he sounds like a guy from Galilee, where Jesus came from. And they say, "We know, because we can hear you talking." Then he began to curse and swear. Now, this is where Peter is definitely swearing, saying bad words probably. And he also said, "I do not know the man. No, I don't know Jesus. Never knew him. No. Is that true? Is that true? Peter, of course, knows Jesus, and he loves him dearly. And now he's saying all these lies. Do you remember? Back in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus had said, "Peter, before this night is over, before the rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo tomorrow when the sun's coming up, before that happens, you will deny me 3 times." That means 3 different times they're going to say, "You never even knew me." Now, do you remember what Peter had said to that? He said, no, I'd never do that, Lord. I'll die with you. I love you too much. I'd never say that. And now he's just done it. Exactly how Jesus said it would happen. He just denied the Lord 3 times and said, "I don't know him." Now, my little rooster here. Remember, a rooster, I'll let you see this up close. A rooster is a daddy chicken. And one of the jobs, here, you can look at it this way too. He's kind of cute. One of the jobs that a daddy chicken does, a rooster, is that he says cock-a-doodle-doo in the morning when the sun is coming up, when a new day is beginning. It's just what roosters do. And Jesus had said before the rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo, tomorrow morning you're going to deny me 3 times. And just as Peter said for the 3rd time, I do not know him. Immediately, the word says, the rooster crowed. Cock-a-doodle-doo. And Peter heard the rooster and he thought, oh no. And he remembered what Jesus said, before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. And Peter's heart was broken. He realized, my dear, dear friend, my master, my Lord, my teacher, I've told lies about him. And I said I didn't know him just to save myself. And that was so bad. It says he went out and wept bitterly. He cried and cried and cried to realize what he had done and what he had said about his dear friend and Lord Jesus. Such a sad story. We all make mistakes sometimes, don't we? And Peter just made a big boo-boo. He really did. So, I bet you have in your mind a picture of what that was like. Peter having different servants come talk to him. It's still night, so it's dark. And he moves from place to place to try to get away from them. But every time they talk to him, he says, no, no. And then cock-a-doodle-doo, as it's starting to get light in the morning. Peter realizes his mistake and he cries. But you can see that kind of picture in your mind. Oh boy. Tomorrow, next time, we get to read about the trial of Jesus when he's in front of Caiaphas, the high priest, and all the terrible things they do to him and the things they say about him that are all lies. They're trying to find a reason to have him get killed, remember. Just so sad, so terrible, so hard. Can you feel how happy the evil spirits must have been at this time? Because they thought they were winning. We know they weren't, thank goodness. We know they weren't, but at that time it sure felt like they were, even to Jesus. All right, so let's sing a song, a happy song. We can cheer ourselves up a little bit with one of the Lord's nice, pretty songs. How about Here I Am, Lord? One verse, but I know my kids love this song. And you can either listen or join on in. We'll start with, I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry. I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry. All who dwell in dark and sin, my hand will save. I who made the stars of night, I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. Oh, my goodness. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with us all. Amen. See you next time. Bye.